Hey there, YouTube family, aka homies and homettes. Welcome to another video show of The Kevin Strong Show. And in this video, we're going to talk about over 3 million illegal immigrants crossed into the United States in 2022. So what? You guys actually want them here because most of us are a bunch of hypocrites. Decided to do this video because I had a conversation with a very special person who was adamant about the border control, thought it was wrong, thought it was illegal, didn't want it. And then I posed some questions to this individual that could not be answered. So this compelled me to say, I'm going to do a video about this. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. First of all, start off by hitting that like button. That does help me out. Subscribe, hit the bell notification because I do release my videos typically once a week on a Saturday around 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So without further ado, we're going to jump into this. I hope this sparks some conversation and some debate. So stay to the end of the video because I'm going to show you why probably 99% of you are hypocrites when it comes to illegal immigration. Boy, I got a doozy for you today. So let me go ahead and tee this presentation up. And I am calling this bad boy. It is all about the Benjamin. Immigration and U.S. hypocrisy. So let's go ahead and jump into this. The first part of this video is just going to talk about some stats and show you some graphs in terms of where immigration is, the numbers. And then the latter part is going to get into what I'm going to propose to you as concrete evidence based on people's actions, not the words that come out of their mouth, that proves that 99% of Americans are probably hypocrites when it comes to this topic. So here we go. This is spoken language as of 2021. So this breaks down the predominant language that's spoken by immigrants. Now, once again, the first half of this presentation deals with legal. We'll put that in air quotes right now. Legal immigration, people who are coming over here, following the process and entering into our country legally. As you can see, the dominant language that's spoken by those individuals is overwhelmingly Spanish, and then Mandarin and Cantonese basically comes in second. And then the rest of those you can see are pretty much fragmented down to a little bit smaller percentages, but you can kind of see basically Chinese and Spanish are the predominantly spoken languages from a legal immigration perspective. So here's a topographical map of the United States. Spoken languages based on the states where I'm from in the state of Washington. Legal immigrants basically make up Chinese. There's a Hades over there in Florida. California also has Chinese. So there's a predominantly Asian influence on the West Coast of the United States, as you can see illustrated by this map. It kind of permeates a little bit over to the Midwest. I wouldn't really call that the Midwest, but the middle of the country. And then it starts to get fragmented as you get over to where I was actually born and raised over in Ohio, in that Midwestern pocket, so to speak. There's a heavy influence of German, as you can see. Texas has a big Vietnamese spoken language population. I did not know that prior to doing this video. And then up in the Northeast, it is French, So that's pretty interesting to take in. So take a snapshot of that if that's something that you are interested in. Here is the next thing. So the top U.S. states by absolute percentage growth in children with immigrant parents. Once again, we're still talking about legal immigration. As you can see, Florida, Texas, and both of those states obviously have been in the news in terms of things they are trying to do to make sure people are coming over here legally and trying to prevent illegal immigration. New Jersey coming in third, Pennsylvania, Maryland, North Dakota, Montana, South Dakota, Wyoming, and rounding out District of Columbia. So Florida and Texas are getting hit the hardest in terms of children with immigrant parents. Okay, let me go to this next one. So now we're going to shift to the illegal aspect and stats regarding immigration. And then I'm going to finally talk about the hypocrisy in most of Americans when it comes to immigration. So we estimate that in January of 22, there were almost a little bit over 11 million illegal immigrants in the country. 1.1 million increased over the 10.22 million in January of 2021. So we had a million more from 21 to 22. Our preliminary estimates for February for this year is around 11.46 million. The share of immigrants in the workforce rose to 18.1% last year, an increase from 17.4% in 2022. Now, keep in mind, these are 21 to 22 stats. The 23 stats obviously won't become available until probably next year. And this is based on the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics also points out the first bullet point that I read. Americans say immigrants, legal and non-legal, mostly fill jobs U.S. citizens do not want. Please keep that in mind. An employer's pattern of knowingly employing illegal immigrants may mean an extra fine and or up to 6 months in jail. Now, that's generally what the penalty is for something like this. In most states, it's a misdemeanor, by and large. This is not me giving out legal advice, but by and large, nobody's doing any federal time for something like this, if they're even caught to begin with. So let's keep that in mind. Let's move on. So here's a graph. Department of Homeland Security and Center for Immigration Studies estimates of the illegal immigrant population. So the orange line or the red line, however appears on your screen, is the Department of Homeland Security, and that green line is basically the Center for Immigrant Studies. So as you can see, from 2016 to present, it's kind of like been level for the most part. There was a big dip in 2021, and then obviously post the healthcare crisis, it has basically shot up. And as we all know, it is continually going in an upward projection. So here's the hypocrisy. Listen to me, folks. And I know I say this all the time. Let me get out of the screen so you have full view, because I'm going to punch a lot of you guys in the mouth on this one. Here's where the hypocrisy is for 99% of Americans. And this was a conversation I had with this individual. This person was adamant about, damn it, these immigrants that are coming over here illegally, they're draining sources from U.S. citizens, and it's a financial burden on a system. We need to do something to prevent these people from coming over here illegally. My response to that person was, that's not what you really want. You don't really mind it, and here's why. It's okay to sit in your couch on your sofa, watch CNN or Fox News, and talk about how you don't want these damn immigrants over here. I'm not making a point either way, but I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy. So what we're saying is that if you can get over here illegally and risk your life, the life of a husband or wife and possibly children, and you can make it over here illegally and give me a quote for work that's half of what a U.S. worker would charge me, hey, come on over, baby. I can't wait to save some money. Matter of fact, I'm going to take it one damn step further. I'm going to call on the phone and brag about it. I called this guy over here, and he gave me a roof estimate of $15,000. I'm not going to mention a particular race or group of people. These other individuals gave me a quote. It wasn't $15,000. Hell, they say they do it for $9,000, and if I paid them cash, they would do it for $6,000. Here's my point. Stop talking about immigration. Stop talking about immigration, because the only way to mitigate and eradicate illegal immigration is a supply and demand component. You must dry up the demand, and then the supply will go away. But if you're one of those individuals that get a $15,000 quote from a U.S. company, but somebody's willing to do it for you for $6,000, you're feeding into that illegal immigration. So don't pay for something off market, so to speak, and then sit there in your proverbial ivory tower and talk about how we need to do something against illegal immigration. Furthermore, as the one stat that I pointed out specifically talked about, the majority of the jobs that are taken by these illegal immigrants are jobs that the average US worker doesn't want anyway. So what we're really saying, besides what we say that comes out of our mouth, our actions basically say, once again, if you can get over here illegally and risk your life and pay me and provide me either work or service below market rate, I'm going to further exploit. I'm going to further exploit said price or service and then double down on it and tell all my friends what a great deal I got. How many of you guys have done that shit? Man, I had this guy quote me $800 to paint this damn kitchen. Such and such group came over here. They painted it for $150. They were professional. They were kind. They were nice. They were hardworking, and they got the job done. So until you're willing to pay the higher price, because keep in mind, you're an advocate of legality. You want this process to be streamlined and you want it to be legal for all. You don't have a problem with anybody coming over here legally. You just want them to follow the steps. But if they're able to circumvent that shit and provide you with a cheaper product or service below the market rate, hey, you're going to open up your wallet, or as what's that one song from Journey, with open arms by Steve Perry. So you just cannot make this shit up. It is the height of hypocrisy in this country. I'm not here taking a side on one or the other, but I am saying from a transparency standpoint, 99% of us, when it comes to immigration, are full of shit. It's hypocrisy. So if you're asking yours truly, what would I do? I would take the cheaper cost. If somebody quotes me a $7,000 cash project to do a roof that somebody else is charging double for, I'm going to pay the $7,000. But also, for those who know me, I'm kind of, I understand the immigration crisis, and I'm not saying it's not legitimate, but I'm being honest. There's so much hypocrisy in this immigration issue that most people don't sit back and realize they're facilitating not only the hypocrisy, but their actions are leading to why these people are coming over here. Because once again, in conclusion, the only way to dry it up is to take out the demand. And unless you're willing to pay prevailing market wages for products and services to prevent people who are over here illegally from making a living, they're going to continue to come over and do so. So I hope you guys found this video in a good place. I hope my rant about pointing out the hypocrisy compels you to leave a comment. Please hit that like button. If you do disagree with this line of thinking, I would be more than interested to hear why. So drop a comment below. I'm going to leave you with my famous quote. Keep your credit score up and your debt down. This was the Kevin Strong Show. Once again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so now. Don't forget to hit the like button and that bell notification, because as I stated earlier, I do release my videos once a week, typically on a Saturday around 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I hope you enjoyed this unique video of the Kevin Strong Show, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.